All right, so we missed a day. We missed a day yesterday. For all of my court jester faithful, my apologies. I got caught up attending to some other responsibilities, but we're back and we're here talking about Broly. Yes, of course, the poster child himself, the eye-catching, clickbaity Saiyan Warlord. Nah, just Saiyan Powerhouse. There we go. That's the word. Saiyan Powerhouse Broly. So for those who don't know, Broly is, well, it's speculative right now. It's a rumor. It's a theory, a prediction, you know, very loose. But it's being theorized, it's being predicted that Broly may be making an appearance, a small appearance, in the next chapter of Dragon Ball Super Chapter 82. And I am of the opinion that this will be a good thing. I think it's a good way to segue into the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero. I think it's a good way to, you know, bring, you know, make it make more sense why, yeah, you know, Broly's on Beerus's planet. I think it's a good opportunity for Beerus as well to just, you know, come back into the story again and, you know, maybe flex his power on Gas real quick. You know, I think a lot of good things can happen from introducing Broly, you know, so long as he's on Beerus planet. If Broly just on Vampa, maybe that's, you know, not as good, you know. But, you know, this brings me to my next point. Yes, there's a lot of good things that could come from Broly being reintroduced in Dragon Ball Manga Chapter 82. But there is also a lot of bad things. A lot of bad things. And not necessarily like bad, but just for the Broly that we love and appreciate now, oh, it is very bad. It is very bad. And here, let me explain. So it's like why the fascination with Broly? Why is the fandom even, why do they even care about Broly? It's not like Broly's a new character. You know, Broly's been around since what? The early 2000s. He's not new. He's been rebooted, you know, to an extent, but I mean, he's not necessarily new. It's like, so what's all the hubbub? Why do people not care more about Jiren, or, you know, maybe Hit, or, you know, one of these characters that have popped up in Dragon Ball Superheroes like Hearts? You know, why isn't there people wanting Hearts to come back? And I think what it is that what people like about Broly is that he's strong enough to contend with Goku and Vegeta, and then B, we don't really get to see him. It's just, you know, we don't see him a lot. So it's like when you're not used to something, seeing something, you appreciate it more. When it does come around, it's like, oh, it's so exciting because, you know, you don't typically get to spend time with this character, you know. So those are the two main things here. He's strong enough to contend with Vegeta and Goku, which in a battle shonen is everything, you know, that you can hang with the strongest fighters. And then B, we don't get to see a lot of them, so people are more hungry and, you know, salivating, thirsty for Broly, alright? So keeping those ideas in mind, that these are what contributes to Broly being an interesting, cool, fascinating character. If they bring Broly in to the main continuity of Dragon Ball Super, the manga, and, you know, reintroducing him again in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, what they are inevitably going to do is devalue the character. Broly will be devalued as soon as he makes one panel appearance. Now, you know what? I shouldn't go as far as to say he will be devalued, because again, this is only a possibility. They could do this right, you know, like, it's like Dragon Ball, there's so much potential with Broly. I mean, there is so much potential with Broly. You could do a spin-off. Broly could have his own story, following his adventures of Chilai and Limo. Maybe they like become their own like space pirates, or like mercenaries, bounty hunters, and the intergalactic, you know, landscape of Dragon Ball, and or maybe you get Broly more so going at it with Frieza, or teaming up every now and again, and like, you know, like Broly, Frieza and Goku and Vegeta, that story's kind of played out, but maybe Broly and Frieza, maybe that could be a, you know, a more interesting dynamic. And, you know, it's like, I mean, hell, they're still wearing the Frieza Army uniforms. I mean, I think those are Frieza Army uniforms. Maybe that's just, you know, galactic standard. Like, oh, like that's a polo for them. You know, that's just a button up. It's not necessarily mean I'm rocking with these people just because I have this armor on. But, you know, anyways, I mean, they're still in the same uniforms that they had in the Broly movie when they were in the Frieza army. So it's not like they just have such a disdain for Frieza. They may not just want to be under his thumb, you know. So I think that's possible, and then you could go, you know, so much further. I mean, just look at fan manga and, you know, Dragon Ball, Super Dragon Ball Heroes to see what all is actually possible in the, you know, Dragon Ball universe. There's a lot they could do with Broly, a lot of interesting, cool things. But there is just the like we're fighting uphill, okay? As a fandom, we are fighting uphill because Broly isn't the first Broly, and I don't mean that to say that he's like the second, you know, incarnation or iteration of Broly. What I mean is that Krillin was once Broly. Yamcha was once Broly. This new strong fighter that could contend with Goku, and you know, he was a new character, and it was exciting for them to be around. Though, and look what happened to those characters. Tien, Saiyan Scholar can back me up on this. Tien was once Broly. He was the coolest dude, and then he got regulated to just being another one of the Z fighters, okay? Piccolo. Oh my god, Piccolo was Broly. If they're like we shouldn't even say Piccolo was Broly. We should say Broly's the new Piccolo, because Piccolo did it better than probably anybody, right? He was so cool, and he had his own mystique and just aura, and like you felt his presence when Piccolo came on the scene. And look what happened to him. Daddy daycare. Okay, it's just what happens in Dragon Ball. Goku meets strong fighters, they become his friends, then they become nobodies. And it's the unfortunate process. It's happened time and time again. It happened with Yamcha, it happened with Krillin, it happened with Tien, it happened with Piccolo, it happened with Vegeta. All right. It's even slick happened with Frieza. It's slick happened with Frieza, okay? Like, so it's if, you know, fool me once, you know, like shame on me, or you know what, I'm not even gonna try. I'm having a Bush moment. Yeah, I can't remember what to say. I'm just talking so fast. I'm just you know, trying not to mess this up. But my point is, like, let's not get too far off track. My point is that I would love to see Broly in the next chapter. I would love to see Broly in the, or rather, I will love to see Broly in the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie. I hope that future is, the future of his character is so bright. The potential is so bright. The potential for Broly is massive, and this could go so well. It's just Dragon Ball has proven that it can also go very, very wrong. So hopefully they do a good job of, you know, maybe it's like you don't have to bring Broly in and make him a highlighted character and keep him strong and do all this. You just keep him kind of, you know, like out there, and it's like, hey, every now and again we come around him and we get to, you know, celebrate him and just get so hyped off of his presence, you know, just that he's back on screen or in panel and shot. You know, just you don't have to bring them in all the way, you know, keep them on the outside. And I think that leaves it, you know, there's more room for failure at that point versus bringing him in, making him a main character, and he just becomes another one of these, you know, random Z fighters. So that's my take. But what do you think? You know, do you think Broly becoming a main character, one of Goku's closest friends in the series, you think that will be his ultimate demise? You think that will just, you know, you think that will sandbag him, just turn him into turn him into the next Yamcha, another joke, or, you know, the next Piccolo, the next, you know, babysitter while Goku and Gohan and, you know, they're out doing stuff. You know, what do you think? Is it only up? You think it can only go up, or do you think it's very possible it can go down? Stay tuned, more videos coming this week. Sorry again for missing yesterday, had some family obligations and whatnot, but more videos coming in the future, so like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, catch you in the next one.